polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. Bring them to choose the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 election special. You are number one with us.
Good morning, Fiji. Welcome to our special 2014 election update. We'll cross now to the National Tallying Centre for the final announcement of the official results of the general election by the Supervisor of Elections, Mohammed Saneem. This will be followed by an announcement of the allocation of seats by the Chairman of the Electoral Commission, Chen Banyang.
The Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, members of the Electoral Commission, members of the diplomatic community, the Multinational Observer Group, party representatives, and colleagues from the Fijian Elections Office. Good morning to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the President issued the writ for the 2014 general elections, directing the Electoral Commission to conduct elections. The writ was handed over to the Fijian Elections Office for us to conduct the elections. Pre-polling started on the 3rd of September, and on the 17th of September, a large majority of Fijians voted. Votes were counted the same day. Pre-polling votes were counted beginning on 17th of September until Friday. These are the results from the count. There were 2,028 polling stations, and in the Central Division, 214,697 voters voted. That's 84.89% of the total registered voters. For the Western Division, 188,143 people voted. That's 84.4%. In the Northern Division, 74,233 persons voted. That is 83.2%. In the Eastern Division, 19,291 persons voted, amounting to 76.7%. The total number of valid votes in the 2014 general election is 496,364, amounting to 83.9% of the total registered voters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the standing of the parties following the finalization of all the results. Fiji First with 293,714 votes. Social Democratic Liberal Party 139,857 votes. National Federation Party 27,066 votes. People's Democratic Party 15,864 votes. Fiji Labour Party 11,670 votes. One Fiji Party 5,839 votes. Fiji United Freedom Party 1,072 votes. Independent candidate Roshika Deo 1,055 votes. Independent candidate Umesh Chand 227 votes. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the standings of each candidate following the finalization of the result. In Fiji First, candidate number 279, Josiah Varenge Bainimarama, has 202,459 votes. Candidate 255, Ayaz Syed Qayyum, 13,753. Candidate number 306, Praveen Kumar, 6,358 votes. 138, Ratu Inoke Kumumbola, 5,414 votes. 304, Dr. Mahendra Reddy, 5,398 votes. 220, Ruveni Nandalo, 5,018 votes. 237, Pio Tikondundua, 3,611 votes. 294, Choeli Ratulevu Dawaki, 3,394 votes. 200, Osea Naingamu, 2,962 votes. 145, Sanjit Patel, 2,931 votes. 162, Brijlal, 2,700 votes. 185, Timothy Lesi Natuva, 2,691 votes. 361, VM Pillai, 2,391 votes. 265, Chico Fatafehi Luveni, 2,296 votes. 365, Inya Batikoto Seruiratu, 2,010 votes. 259, Lorna Eden, 1,869 votes. 173, Balminder Singh, 1,826 votes. 167, Vijay Nath, 1616. 187, Semi Tuleda, 1,611 votes. 315, Chochi Kunusi Konrote, 1,585 votes. 216, Samuela Banikalo, 1,463 votes. 288, Neil Prakash Sharma, 1,391 votes. 286, Netani Rika, 1,361 votes. 184, Alivereti Nambulivo, 1,306 votes. 212, Mereseni Vuniwanga, 1,175 votes. 323, Alvik Avikrit Maharaj, 1,016 votes. 250, Rosie Sophia Akbar, 990 votes. 358, Chone Usumate, 939 votes. 352, Eliasan Delana, 906 votes. 139, Ashnil Sudhakar, 895 votes. 245, Fayaz Siddiq Koya, 875 votes. 356, Veena Kumar Bhatnagar, 874 votes. 263, Lesani Ambale Tuitumbo, 830 votes. 143, Chilila Nalimbu Kumar, 824 votes. 334, Alexander David O'Connor, 814 votes. 232, Viliame Naupoto, 679 votes. 217, Matiasi Akola New Matawalu, 615 votes. 240, Mursaleen Abedin, 589 votes. 146, Apakuki Kurusinga, 565 votes. 376, Howard Robin Thomas Politini, 550 votes. 153, Chimilai Wainimbalangi, 487 votes. 222, Joseph Viramu, 458 votes. 251, Akhtar Ali, 447 votes. 169, Coletta Marama Sivivatu, 389 votes. 282, Ilisoni Galala number 2, 381 votes. 303, Teddy Fonwan Fong, 256 votes. 362, Andi Leisambala Vutora, 236 votes. 351, Himayat Ali, 208 votes. 223, Luisa Wanganika, 174 votes. 330, Savinada Narumbe Vakaliwaliwa, 128 votes. Total for Fiji First, as I said, 293,714. Social Democratic Liberal Party, 317, Ro Temomuk Vuikamba Kepa, 49,485 votes. 150, Nico Nawaikula, 7,348. 254, Nengama Lalambalavu, 6,668. 219, Mosesen Drendala Bulintavu, 6,276. 295, Williame Maniko Manakiwai Tangi Vetoa, 4,532. 335, Anare Tuindraki Vendei, 3,840. 345, Williame Gavoka, 3,690. 188, Samesa Karavaki, 3,434. 164, Siliano Matanitambua, 3,268. 344, Ratusela Nanovo, 2,523. 355, Kiniviliame Kiliraki, 2,413. 359, Isoa de la Maisi, Tikoda, 2,406. 158, Salote Randronro, 2,300. 148, Aseri Masivo Randronro, 2,169. 292, Chiosofa Dulaki Verata, 2,105. 171, Mikhaile Rokosova Liawere, 2,087. 382, Chone Avala Kumbombola, 2,054. 197, Mere Tuisalalo Semisoni, 1,855. 172, Ratu Tevita Numatawalu, 1,833. 293, Pio Tambaiwalu, 1,716. 277, Vane Seruvakula, 1,701. 228, Simeone Rasova, 1,667. 262, Tomasi Waningolo, 1,478. 331, Viliame Vunisa Satala, 1,424. 182, Samu Somatua, 1,380. 328, Luke Vindiri, 1,357. 380, Josefa Natau, 1,335. 372, Chone Lewanivanua, 1,304. 336, Nanise Vunisere Nangusuda, 1,255. 235, Mitieli Bulanauda, 1,176. 308, Tupeni Vamba, 1,153. 348, Ratuosea Bolawangatambu, 1,121. 377, Parayame Dakadaka, 1,113. 367, George Shiraj, 1,107. 327, Jeremiah Namuera, 1,066. 327, 325, Sitiveni Nailenge Lodo, Sitiveni Nailenge Lodo has 970 votes. 160, Nemaya Vunitamba, 959 votes. 363, Penina Ravulo, 945. 189, excuse me, Ratu Pedali Rinakama, 931 votes. 284, Milis Malcolm Battles, 865. 298, Simeon Ndrole, 771. 368, Marika Viliame, 690. 194, Losena Salambula, 552. 310, Marika Lawangai, 423. 329, Lesenia Ganganilawa, 403. 274, Abdul Shahim Davalevu, 401. 176, Sushil Prabhakar, 173. Nirmal Singh with 208. has 135 votes. Total is 139,857. National Federation Party, 347 Biman Chand Prasad, 8,097 votes. 213 Roko Tupo Dronindalo, 2,966 votes. 324 Prem Singh, 1,125 votes. 202 Pramod Chand, 1,014 votes. 261 Dorsami Naidu, 955 votes. 137 Bal Subramani, 942 votes. 249 Semi Titoko, 722 votes. 155 Atar Singh, 716 votes. 141 Narendra Reddy, 622 votes. 175 Eddie Kikau Nambalarua, 564 votes. 225 Rakesh Kumar, 553 votes. 333 Jagannath Sami, 493 votes. 248 Bimal Prasad, 431 votes. 177 Devendra Naidu, 405 votes. 221 Sadasivan Nakar, 401 votes. 340 Usaya Moli, 401 votes. 256 Rago Nan, 363. 157 Siddiq Faisal Koya, 362. 199 Raman Pratap Singh, 328. 307 Manasa Baravilala, 307. 316 Seni Kavika Liawere, 302. Ranjesh Shalendra Sen, 291. Bijen Prasad, 268. 364 Kalisi Makamba, 262. 191 Satyanand, 259. 270 Sant Kumari Murthy, 258 votes. 206 Sunil Kumar, 256 votes. 305 Itonia Lote, 249 votes. 273 Tuinandave Randongo, 236 votes. 201 Khalid Ahmad Ali, 225 votes. 186 Pramod Rai, 217 votes. 374 Inya Tumbukoso, 211 votes. 343 Anishni Chand, 208 votes. 353 Eroni Moapa, 194 votes. 214 Faye Volatambu, 176 votes. 207 Sakyusa Ratutila, 168 votes. 204 Diven Magan, 159 votes. 233 Shiromani Priscilla Singh, 158 votes. 341 Lemba Seni Lutu, 137 votes. 326 Bhim Raj, 134 votes. 311 Muhammad Rafiq, 133 votes. 349 Rishi Ram, 124 votes. 151 Emasi Ravulo, 122 votes. 192 Lachmaya Naidu, 119 votes. 285 Amrit Prasad, 116. 154 Ansu Vikashni Lata, 113. 290 Pino Savea, 88 votes. 166 Simeone Naituku, 66 votes. 193 Kavai Rambuka Ganga, 50 votes. Total 27,066 votes. People's Democratic Party, 297 Ilechia Tavia Vuniyawa, 4,956 votes. 159 Felix Anthony, 1,879 votes. 313 Linda Tambuya, 1,375 votes. 278 Chone Rasi, 701 votes. 179 Kinidoni Bongindrau, 583. 271 Poate Uduloa, 545. 161 Andi Siviangoro, 438 votes. 291 Penny Ravai, 406 votes. 257 Eroni Ratualesi, 301 votes. 321 Andi Varanisese Tavaingia, 291. 196 Colinio Vunda, 262 votes. 287 Solomone Natou, 236. 258 Solochna Wati, 231. 357 Vijay Singh, 219. 346 Ratu Ilyasa Raseru, 191. 269 Anay Prakash 188, 318 Penny Daukolotu 180, 244 Atunesan Delay 171, 174 Anoteka Takinana 170, 266 Chone Dakuvula 169, 281 Choeli Rondrolangi 155, 264 Manasa Nanderu Nasara 155, 312 Satnarayan 143, 301 Emasing Govu 140, 238 Andy Sivo Ravuale 136, 229 Waisale Tambuya 125, 300 Josiah TJ Loloma 124, 178 Nazia Nishakan 120, 252 Sitiveni Lasso 110, 342 Amele Wambale 98, 234 Michael Fernando 97, 147 Satish Chandra 97, 198 Mahendra Lal 87, 205 Kalisito Bolatolu 82, 369 Isimeli Neiko 79 votes, 209 Ram Suresh 78 votes, 181 Naipote Vere 70 votes, 231 Sandeep Narayan 67 votes, 190 Jeremiah Tuai 64 votes, 320 Ashok Kumar 59 votes, 210 Sunil Dutt Sharma 57 votes, 230 Abhi Ram 51 votes, 350 Merioni Tuvo 51 votes, 338 Munesh Prasad 48 votes, 253 Nicholas Morgan 46 votes, 152 Suraj Mati 33 votes. Total 15,864 votes. Labour Party, Fiji Labour Party 275 Hari Krishna 873, 379 Rohit Kishore 852, 371 Patrick Singh 650, 224 Udit Narayan 613, 267 Surendra Lal 537, 314 Anandra Prasad 535, 360 Monica Ragwan 509, 135 Ronil Lalit Singh 494, 247 Chone Bembe 484, 373 Damodar Nair 477, 168 Vyasyo Sharma 466, 165 Kamlesh Chandra 394, 149 Lavenia Padarat 335, 136 Laisa Tavumbale 312, 140 Sekaya Soluka 261, 227 Josiah Wangambada 248, 289 Ratu Filomone Ralunga Ivau 245, 246 Solomone Katorongo 243, 381 Anand Kumar Singh 230, 239 Ponipate Lesavua 221, 203 Kalisito Maisamoa 211, 272 Rupeni Mavoa 204, 170 Pasepa Rosarin Langi 119, 378 Deonarayan 196, 296 Parasram Someya 186, 337 Chandar Singh 181, 309 Kini Marawai 181, 163 Meli Bongileka 177, 319 Narendra Kumar Padarat 171, 366 Varun Lal 159, 218 Tula Ram 147, 302 Kamlesh Prasad 132, 241 Pratap Sen 126, 142 Muhammad Anwar Khan 120, 370 Chochi Rokosungu 120, 211 Marika Tauva 105, 332 Polini Wanganimboro 176. Sorry, it's 76. Total is 11,670. For one Fiji party, ladies and gentlemen, 183 Vilumone Vasarongo 2788. 276 Penny Voivolala 624, 236 Macareta Rossi 524, 242 Sitiveni Sovaki Kolo 347, 180 Andrew Masiki 256, 354 Williame Raile 224, 260 Paul Anthony Peters 198, 243 Semi Momendonu 192, 215 Ian Mitchell Simpson 175, 156 Asenada Tonga 148, 375 Tilei Tupo Rasolo 148, 144 Akosita Fine Netangi 120, 226 Akmal Elias Ali 97. Total 5,839. Fiji United Freedom Party, 280. Korovo Nayangodamu, 504. 268. Kamal Manoj, 315. 299. Tamani Valu Vilyame, 253. Total 1,072 votes. For the independent candidates, 283. Rashika Deo, 1,055 votes. 197. Umesh Chand, 27 votes. Ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over the results to the chairman of the Electoral Commission, I would like to thank the Almighty God for His blessing on this election, for His specific blessing to have a sunny Suva for this election. That was my biggest fear, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to acknowledge the support of the Fijian Electoral Commission. I'd like to acknowledge the hard work put in by the Multinational Observer Group. I'd like to, at this point in time, acknowledge the determination and the effort by the government to ensure that this election happens, for putting in place the relevant legislative framework, for funding it, and for ensuring that it goes through proper. I would also like to, at this point in time, acknowledge all the donor countries for their commitment, for their support, and for their unwavering determination to ensure that the Fijian Elections Office had the necessary expertise and equipment to deliver this election. There are so many people to thank, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be failing in my duty if I start to specifically thank everybody. So I am going to just generally thank all the voters for turning out in numbers, for taking us to 83.9%. I will say 84%. And I would also now, I'd like to acknowledge the hard work done by each and every member of the Fijian Elections Office. Some of them are present here. Most of them are watching from home. Ladies and gentlemen, you have done Fiji proud. We have proven that a new set of people with new ideas have the ability to perform, to give a better service, to give service to the nation beyond what the nation expects. So big Vinaka Vakalevu to all of you. Thank you very much, and your work is really appreciated. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, before I hand over the results, I'd like to tell you the most significant achievement in this election. Of the total 496,364 votes received in this election, there were 3,714 votes that were not counted. These were the invalid votes, which is 0.75%. I believe this is deserving of an applause for the whole of Fiji. I guess, as they always say, and this has been proven, the overall winner in this election are the electors. So bravo Fiji, well done. 0.75, just going back into history, in the last election it was 6.4, and at one point in time it was 11%. So congratulations, job well done Fiji, thank you very much. I now invite the Honorable Chairperson of the Electoral Commission to please come forward, sir, and receive the final national results tally. Chairman, this is our results. Thank you, Vinaka Vakalevu. See you in the next election.
Thank you very much, Supervisor of Election. Just a few words, perhaps. I will like to make just a short, brief explanation as to what you'd expect for the rest of this morning. But before I do that, I just want to just recognize and make a couple of acknowledgements on behalf of the Electoral Commission. Firstly, on behalf of the Fijian Electoral Commission, I'd like to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to you, the people of Fiji, for your support, your patience and trust, and most importantly, your earnest participation in our historic general elections. The Electoral Commission would also like to thank the Fijian Elections Office, which under the able leadership of Mr. Muhammad Sanim as Supervisor of Elections, who worked tirelessly in the process of voter registration, awareness of the new electoral system, and the implementation of this to ensure the delivery of a free and fair election. Now, in a short moment, we will adjourn and reconvene again, and perhaps at this time I will just explain to you what to expect for the next half an hour or so. The final national results tally has been handed to me. Under our statutory obligations as the Electoral Commission, we are tasked to deliver two things. First of all, we are to complete a candidate election form, allocation form, and then secondly, we will then declare the results and name the 50 members of Fiji's Parliament. Now, what we will do is that now we will adjourn for the moment and reconvene perhaps in the next 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll be advised of this. Thank you for your patience. Naka.
From the Supervisor of Elections and the Electoral Commissioner. We're now going to go back to the tallying centre to our reporter Maggie Boyle, who is standing by to take us through the final results and seat allocations.
Hi, Jackie. Well, good morning. There you have it. The polls, in official speak, have been declared. And as it stands, the Fiji First Party with a commanding lead. Now, let's go over the official figures once again. At this point, we've got Fiji First with 293,714 votes to their name. 139,857 votes to Sodelpa in third place. The National Federation Party with 27,066 votes. The People's Democratic Party with 15,864 votes. The Fiji Labour Party with 11,670 votes. One Fiji Party with 5,839 votes. And we've got the Fiji United Freedom Party with 1,072 votes. And not forgetting, of course, our independence, Rashika Deo. She ended up with 1,055 votes, and Umesh Chand with 227. Now, this, of course, was a total, the votes cast, 496,364. That's who made it to the ballot box out of the 591,095 registered voters across the country. An 83.9% voter turnout. Now, comparing it to a recent election, this election, of course, being in New Zealand over the weekend, they had a 77% voter turnout. So here in Fiji, everyone literally turned out to the polls. Now, looking at some of the other figures, Jackie, the staff, as you can see behind me, the election staff made out about 15,000 election staff made these polls possible, from polling agents to the tally and results staff as well, making it possible over 2 weeks running this elections. As you've seen, of course, we've had the Supervisor of Elections hand over to the Electoral Commissioner, Chairman Young, and he will now decide on the candidate allocation form and basically where our 50 members of Parliament will come from. These, of course, will be based on the votes that they received. Stay with us for more. Back to you, Jackie.
Thanks so much for that update, Maggie. We're going to take a break now, but we'll be back with an update from the Electoral Commission Chair.
All the polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. By them to choose the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 Election Special. You are number one with us.
All the polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. By them to choose the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 Election Special. You are number one with us.
Welcome back to our special 2014 election update. We'll now cross to the National Tallying Centre for the announcement of the allocation of seats by the Chairman of the Electoral Commission, Chen Ban-Yang.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Pursuant to Section 104 of the Electoral Decree 2014, the Electoral Commission have now prepared what is referred to as the Candidate Allocation Form. This form has been prepared on the basis of the final national results tally. The Candidate Allocation Form is now being displayed as required under the legislation by Commissioner Thomas, and this will be made available to the candidates, polling agent, observer, and the media if required. What follows after this is that I will have Commissioner David Arms to explain to you the candidate allocation form. It will be brief. After that is completed, then I go to my next step under Section 106, where I will publicly declare those candidates to be elected as members of Parliament. Now I'll invite Commissioner Arms, if he would please come to explain the candidate allocation form. Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the very last stages of this very important and historic election, the last stage being, of course, the allocation of seats for the 50-member new Parliament. Earlier this morning, the 22nd of September 2014, the Supervisor of Elections gave to the Electoral Commission, in both soft copy and hard copy, the final national results tally for the 2014 general election. This tally contained the total number of votes received by each candidate, the total number of votes received by each political party, and the list of candidates of each party, each list rearranged according to who got most votes for that party, starting with the person who got most votes at the top and finishing with the person who got least at the bottom. The total number of votes received by each political party and independent candidate was read out earlier by the Supervisor of Elections and is now displayed on the screen. There is no particular I was going to say there's no particular significance to the sequence of it being shown, but it's not being shown. But in any event, the sequence of parties and independents shown is actually the order that the Supervisor of Election received nominations a few weeks ago. The second last column to the right contains the total number of votes cast in this election, and it is arrived at by adding the totals, of course, of the 2 independent candidates and the 7 political parties. That figure is 493,364, an extremely commendable percentage of registered voters, being 83.5% or even more. Also commendable, as the Supervisor of Elections mentioned earlier, was the very low invalid rate of just 0.75%. Having the total of valid votes, the Electoral Commission is then required to determine what is 5% of that total. 5% of that total is written in the column to the extreme right. The figure 24,000. And any person who does not receive that figure or more, any candidate, that is, any independent candidate and any party, so that's any independent candidate or any political party which does not reach that figure, is eliminated. In this election, we see that Umesh Chand, an independent candidate with 227 votes, Roshik Deo, an independent candidate with 1,055 votes, the Fiji United Freedom Party with 1,072 votes, the Fiji Labour Party with 11,670 votes, the One Fiji Party with 5,839 votes, and the People's Democratic Party with 15,864 votes, all fall below the threshold and therefore are eliminated. This leaves three parties, among whom the 50 seats of the new Parliament will be proportionally allotted. The Fiji First Party with 293,714 votes, the National Federation Party with 27,066 votes, and the Social Democratic Liberal Party with 139,857 votes. The Electoral Commission then moves on to follow the process outlined in Section 104 of the Electoral Decree 2014. This process is more familiarly known as the DONT rule, but it involves taking the total of the three remaining parties and dividing those totals first by 1, then by 2, then by 3, and so on, right up to the number of candidates each of those three parties is running. 50 candidates for Fiji First, 49 for the National Federation Party, and 48 for the Social Democratic Liberal Party. For the moment, if you please disregard the circles. We've moved on a bit far, actually, but this screen goes on to 50, and there have been there's a number of screens. We've somehow jumped the first one. But you can see how the numbers continue right on down to 50. What the Electoral Commission then does, to pick the 50 highest results of all those divisions. We see all the figures in columns under the three parties. It has the job of picking the 50 highest quotients, as they're called, or figures in these columns. The first being the top one for the Fiji First Party, the second being the top one for the Social Democratic Liberal Party, the third going back, Fiji First, the fourth also Fiji First, and so on until all 50 have been allotted. We see on this slide that for the National Federation Party there are 3 circles in their column. This means that they receive 3 seats in the new Parliament. We move on to the next slide, and we see that the Social Democratic Liberal Party has circles down to the number 15. This means, therefore, that the Social Democratic Liberal Party receives 15 seats in the new Parliament. And we keep going further down again, and we see that the Fiji First Party has a total, once more please, down, has a total anyway of 32 seats. And at the very bottom of the display are shown across the page the numbers acquired by those 3 parties, namely 32 seats for Fiji First, 3 seats for the National Federation Party, and 15 seats for the Social Democratic Liberal Party. The last stage, which the Electoral Commission then has to do, is to decide which candidates from those three parties occupy the seats won by those parties. This is an easy task from our point of view because the Supervisor of Elections has already given to us, as I said earlier, each party list ordered in terms of who got most votes down to who got least within that party. The task of the Electoral Commission, therefore, was to take, respectively, for the three parties, for the Fiji First Party, the top 32 candidates on their list, on their rearranged list, because, as I mentioned, the supervisor has had to rearrange it according to the totals received. Similarly, the National Federation Party received the top 3 names on the rearranged list, and the Social Democratic Liberal Party receives the 15 candidates at the top of their rearranged list. And so I will now have pleasure in handing back asking the chairman to come back to the microphone to formally announce to you in alphabetical order the names of the 50 candidates who have been elected as members of Parliament in the 2014 general elections. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Commissioner Arms. Pursuant to the responsibility set out in Section 106 of the Electoral Decree, the Electoral Commission must declare those candidates to be elected as members of Parliament, publish the names of those candidates who are declared to be elected as members of Parliament in the Gazette and in all national daily newspapers and broadcast on the radio and free-to-air television, and forward to the Secretary General of Parliament the list of the names of the members elected. And finally, upon determining of the names of the members elected, the Electoral Commission shall endorse the names of the elected members on the writ and shall return the writ to the President. Pursuant to Section 106, 1B of the Electoral Decree 2014, the Electoral Commission hereby declares the following candidates as elected members of the Parliament of the Republic of Fiji. The names have been presented in alphabetical order. They are Akbar Rosie Sophia, Bainimarama Josea Vorenge, Bhatnagar Veena Kumar, Bulitavu Mosese Drendhala, Thawaki Joeli Ratulevu, Delena Ilaisia, Dronindalo Roko Tupou Takawai Senirewa, Dulavirata Chiosepa, Eden Lona, Gavoka Viliame Rokonimbuli, Karevaki Semesa Drumvesi, Kepa Ro Temumu Vuikamba, Kiliraki Kini Vilami, Konrote Chiochi Konisi, Koroi Lavesau Semi Tuleda, Koya Fayaz Sadiq, Kumombola Ratu Inoke, Kumar Praveen, Lal Bridge, Lala Balavu Nangama, Luveni Chico Fatefe, Maharaj Elvik Avrikrit, Mateni Tombua Soliano, Nambu Lievo Elifrati, Nandalo Ruveni Natembe. Nangamu Osea. Nanovo Ratu Sele Vunyakesa. Nath Vijay. Natuva Timothy Lesi. Nawekula Nico. Patel Sanjit. Pillai Viam. Prasad Biman Chan. Nandrondro Aseri Vesio. Nandrondro Salote Vuimbureta. Reddy Dr. Mahendra. Rika Netani. Syed Kayum Ayaz. Serua Ratu Inia Batikoto. Sharma Neil Prakash. Singh Balimenda. Singh Prem. Sudaka Ashnil. Tangi Veitua Viliame Manekiwai. Tikoda Isoa Della Misi. Tikonduandua Pio. Usimate Chone. Vende Anare Twindraki. Vunivalu Samuela Banikolo. Vuniwanga Mereseni. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the reading of the members of parliament, and they will number 50. Our next responsibility now is we will adjourn and we will deliver the writ of the election to the President with the names that I have read out. This brings to conclusion this part of our obligations under the electoral decree. Thank you very much.
Hi, Jackie. As you would hear, ending on applause there, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, Chen Ben-Young, giving us the elections writ, which he will now hand over to the president. He, of course, announced the 50 candidates, the 50 successful candidates of 248 that will be sworn into Parliament. We expect in the next couple of days. Just going over that list of the 50 candidates from the Fiji First Party, we have 33 seats that they have won, and of course we've got Sodelpa in second with 15 seats and 3 across to the National Federation Party. Again, looking at the voter turnout numbers, 83.9% voter turnout, a successful voter turnout according to the Supervisor of Elections, certainly more than in New Zealand at 77%, and as officially declaring the polls here and the final tally count, 496,364 Fijians turned out to vote. Pre-polling began from the 3rd of September, ran through to the 15th. As you know, polling day was on the 17th. 496,364 people took to the polls. That is officially our tally on this end. Jackie, from us and the crew, we head back to you to give you the makeup of who will meet in our next Parliament.
Thanks so much for that, Maggie. That's our final report from the Tallying Centre. Join us again this afternoon for the swearing-in ceremony of the Prime Minister-elect Vurengam Bainimarama at 4 p.m. Goodbye for now.
All the polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. By them to choose the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 election special. You are number 1 with us.